Hello and welcome guys to our channel. It's your girl Precious / Miss Mawete. Yes guys, today as you saw in today's title, I've come with the most requested video. I know a lot of things have been asking me when I posted the pictures of my Lobola day. Some they call it Rora Day in Zimbabwe, some call it Lobola Day, some call it Bride Price Day. So a lot of people asked me, wow, you know, your Lobola day was lit, this looks expensive, this is great. So I'm going to answer most of the questions today. So just know that if you are there, get ready, because if you have been asking me questions like how did you do it, how did you plan, today I've come with every detail that is going to help someone today. You know, a lot of people exaggerate this day. Exaggerate a lot, and they think you need so much money, it's so expensive to have a Lobola day, looking at what others are doing out there. But today I'm going to talk to someone who is saying, I want to get married, I'm planning to get married, I have a sister getting married, but I want them to, they don't have much money, they are working on a budget. This is for you. So we are going to draft it down. I've drafted down 10 main things that you need for a successful Lobola day. Your boyfriend has told you, you know what, I'm coming to pay Lobola. Now I'm talking about the preparations on the ladies' side. I'm going to talk about 10 main things. If you listen to these 10 things, just know that you are done for your Lobola. You are ready already, you see. So make sure you're ready. You listen all to the 10 points. And if you are new here, just make sure you subscribe to our channel. If you are a returning subscriber, I love you so much. Make sure you like and comment this video. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing we are going to talk about is deco. You know, without deco, these days, deco is the one that makes the day, you know, glamorous, fabulous. So let's talk about deco. You're working on a budget, you're about to get married, and you're so stressed. For me, I worked on a budget, and my deco was perfect. Actually, people thought I had spent so much money on that deco. My budget, you know, it's always good to plan. They always say failure to plan is planning to fail. So I budgeted that I want to use only between 100 to 150 US dollars on my deco. And I looked in advance. So for deco, trust me, you can budget roughly, if you want something good, budget 100 to 150 US dollars. Then you can have a perfect deco. I'm actually going to attach some of my pictures of how the deco came out here, such that you see how perfect it was. Now what happened is, the lady I found out for deco, she was willing on that 150 US. She brought her own chairs, her own tables, the banner. You know, I was so stressed, like, where am I going to get the banner? Who is going to write perfectly? But everything was included. Can you imagine? So you just need to plan ahead. Look for someone who does deco. They know everything, you see. Have a budget. If you have so much money, you can actually have a Fantasmaglorious deco. But if you're working on a budget like I was, 100 to 150 US dollars, you can get a good deco. That's the truth. She provided her chairs, her tables, plates, everything. You know, even the banner, she even wrote. She asked me what I want to write on my banner. She even wrote. And the other thing is, mostly when you're working under a budget, deco, you cannot make it for everyone. What makes deco so expensive is when you want everyone who is going to be at your Lobola day or at your bride price day to sit on deco. You know, that's not it. Actually, I got this idea from someone that you can actually have, mine was a 15 seat chair, you see. They decorated 15 chairs. That was only for the Mokwashas or the son-in-law and his people, you see, who came with him. The rest, you can actually look for other chairs. Others can sit inside, actually, in the dining, in the house, you see. So don't stress yourself too much when you're working under budget. Focus on the deco. If you are hiring 20 chairs for the Mkwashas and the son-in-laws, just make sure you just do for them, you see. That's on deco. So don't put pressure on yourself saying deco, because if you are not on budget, deco can cost you over even 500 US dollars or 400 US dollars. But for me, it costed me 150 because I had planned so well, you see. So make sure you plan so well on deco. Now, we move to our second main thing that you need to prepare for your Lobola day. That is food. I've also seen a lot of people getting stressed on food. The truth is, food is actually the cheapest. I'm going to give you mostly the main things you need, because if you have these things, just know that on food you're covered. You don't need a lot of things, because people, they don't eat so much, by the way. As long as there are many things, you know, people can enjoy. So I'm going to give you a rundown of the main things that you need on food items. Mostly, I'll talk about food and the cake. So on the food side, if you can get rice, potatoes, meats, mostly chicken broilers, if you can get beef, if you can get salads, that is cabbage for salads and greens and everything, spices, just know that you're covered. You don't need so much. You don't need to stress a lot. You know, you don't need to stress a lot. You just need to put in mind what meals can be made. As long as you have rice, potatoes, chicken, mostly broilers, you have beef, you have spices, you know, spices of all kinds, and also you have greens, salads, and soft drinks. Then maybe you can also buy fruit juices, maybe for the high table, for the mukwashas or the son-in-laws. You can buy juices such that you don't serve them soft drinks. But the rest, they can take soft drinks. So as you can see, all the things I mentioned, they are not that much expensive if you look into it. They are not that much expensive. So you just need a proper planning, mostly when you're working on a budget. So the things I told you, one thing you also need to mind of is the people who are coming. Just, you know, ask them what they don't eat. For me, in my case, remember I got married to a foreigner in Uganda. So in Uganda, they don't eat chicken legs. So I made sure I found out what they don't eat, such that you tell the cookers not to include those things. For chicken legs, I told them never even to include them in one of the meals, because you might cook good food when you're serving your mkwashas or your husband who has come to marry you. They see things they don't eat there, it won't be good. So make sure you all run down with everything. You ask them if they eat this, if they eat this. If they eat, just know that it will be perfect. Take note of the things I mentioned. Just know that they are enough for food. Then the cake, for me, I looked for a perfect person. Cakes, the truth is, there are many people who can make cakes these days. Many of them. So you just need to look for someone who charges reasonably. Me, I wanted a carrot cake, a very nice one. I found someone who made me the best carrot cake. It was big, for $50 only. I had my best cake ever. So as you can see, so far we have decor, we have food. Now, let's go to the third item. So guys, our third main item you need for your preparations. This is very important. Caterers. I know most people, if you can afford, you can hire caterers. People who can come and cook for you and serve people. But if you are working on a budget like the way I did, the truth is you can get people who can cook for free. What am I saying? You know, my mother had friends. We had church mates, we had neighbors, we had some relatives who were coming on my bride price day, on my Lobola day. So what my mother just did, she needed only like 6 people. So she just talked to 6 people. My daughter's getting married, I'm inviting you, and I also want you to help with the cooking. Trust me, people love to cook on such events. So just look for people who know how to cook, who are good at cooking. Either your church mates, either your neighbors, either some of your relatives who will be coming. Ask them to cook. And you know that you can save actually on catering. You can save some money. Because hiring catering services is very expensive, to tell you the truth. It's very expensive. But if you have the money, it's good to hire. But if you don't, if you're working on a budget, look for people who can cook for you. Trust me, you will find. What you just need is to write a list of the food you want them to cook on your day. You give them the instructions, they can cook. That's the truth. And also, as an organized lady, what you need to do, most of the, nowadays, people, they don't want, you know, to be served the food, you just give them. People love self-service, self-catering, you know. You can buy maybe empty containers, empty dishes, such that when it's time for eating, Your caterers, they can put the food separately. People can move, you see, with their plates. They get served their food. Just something creative and something simple. It can make your day look so great. So on catering, remember you have an option of having people to cook for you for free. Why? Because you invited them, they love you, they want to support you, they will cook for you. But if you have money, you can actually hire. That's another option, to hire. Now the other main thing you need, that is our fourth main thing that you need, is the cameraman. There is no Lobola without pictures. That's the truth. You know, we need proof. You can't just tell us with the mouth that I got married. Where are the pictures? We need proof. So on photographs or photo shoots, the truth is we have rising in every country. There are many rising young great photographers out there. I've seen people only follow the name sometimes. Maybe there's someone who charges higher prices. Maybe they've created a name, a brand for themselves. But there's another person, a young boy, who can actually take greater pictures than that person. And they charge, you know, when you're rising, you don't charge a lot of money. For me, I looked for a great photographer. Actually, it was a rising person who is rising, they're taking nice pictures. I went for them. Guess what? For my photo shoot, he charged me $40 per 1 hour. Can you imagine? Only 40. The other people I had requested from, they were saying 150, 200 for 1 hour. You see, you know, people, you need to, when you're working on a budget, you don't need to overwhelm yourself too much. The other thing is prepare in advance. Mostly photographers, if you book late, they might tell you on the day you want them, they are booked. So book early. Make your requests, you know. Book early. For me, mine for 1 hour was $40. You see, only that. I had great and amazing pictures. I'm going to attach most of them. For decor, I'll attach. And also for my Lobola pictures, I'm going to attach as well, such that you see how nice were they for $40. What you just need to know is have a time for the photos, that when he comes, you're organized that in 1 hour you can take as many pictures as you want. I hope someone is learning here. I hope someone is excited already for their day, because this is going to help you a lot. Now we are about to move to the fifth important thing that you need on your day. So guys, now we are going to talk about the fifth most important thing you need to know for your Lobola preparation, which is the program. You know, you need to be organized. That's the truth. Nowadays, it's good to have a laid out program for your day. I'm going to attach my program here and you're going to see. You need to plan your things very well. I've seen a lot of people, you can arrive maybe on a function. The bride actually is not there. They're saying she's at the salon, she's doing her hair. It means you didn't plan your things very well. You need a program. That's the truth. Just prepare a very simple program that people can follow, that after this we are going into this, after this we are going into this, after this we are going into this. Trust me, you're going to have a perfect Lobola, because program you just write down with your pen, then you print maybe six flyers. You can send it to people on phones ahead, or you can also put on tables on the day. For example, on mine, as you can see, as it is laid down here, I had a time for breakfast, you know. Also, the next point I'm going to talk about is connected to this one of a program. That if you want people to also touch your program to be on time, to be punctual, you need the people to sleep closer or at your house a day before. Why am I saying so? If you have relatives who are traveling from far areas, for me, I was in Mutare, and some of my relatives were coming from Harare, Masvingo. If they are traveling the same day, just know that the program is going to be ruined. So the program works well when people sleep at your house. It depends with how big your house is. For ours, it was not much big enough. But what we did, we used our dining room, moved all the chairs. People were sleeping, filling all the room. You know, we just needed blankets for everyone to sleep. So we said everyone who wants to be present at my day, they had to come the day before, either in the evening, but they had to sleep at our house. Because if everyone is in one place, it's very easy. actually to follow the program, because everyone is available. Not that maybe the ants are still on the way, they have delays, the ants are coming, it will be disorganized. So be organized, have a program. And the sixth point is, make sure the most important people and everyone who is supposed to be there, they sleep at your house. If you don't have a big house, ask for neighbors. Trust me, people are willing to help. Churchmates, we have this number of people who are coming, who want to sleep here for one day only, such that they go the next day. For us, people slept in the kitchen, some slept in the dining, some slept in my room, some slept in the boys' room, some slept even in the storeroom, you see. What people don't need luxury that you need to book lodges. No, people are there for your day, so they are willing to compromise for one day. So make sure you have a program that is designed. For me, as you can see on my program, what I did was I had a time for breakfast time that was from 6 to 7 a.m. You see, so 6 to 7 a.m. everyone was awake. They're already bathing. Some are already taking breakfast. Those who are done bathing. Then we had a time now for Lobola payments. We put it from 8 to 10 a.m. You see, it's organized. Even if there are some delays, but at least there's something people are following. The Lobola payments were done. After the Lobola payments were done, we had the cake time. People cut the cake. People ate the cake with some drinks. After that, photo shoot. Now people were in that 1 hour that I had paid for to take photos. After photo shoot, from 1 to 4 p.m., that was the time for music and dances. You see, people were standing up, saying, you know, you can have friends who want to say something on your day. That's the time people can dance, can enjoy. Then I also had time for bride, after party, and farewell. Remember me, I got married abroad, so it needed that time for people to do their farewells, since they were not going to see me soon enough again. So we did our farewells and bride and party 4 p.m. till late. You see, just have a program that is going to help you a lot. Now we are going on the 7 main point. Actually, this one is the trending one. You know, people, if you have ever seen people who get married or who had their Lobola day, you see what we call a roller squat. Some call it roller squat, some call it Lobola squat. It's mostly men on the ladies' side, but also men do it sometimes, but mostly it's common in ladies. So on the squad, I had my squad, by the way, and I only had 2 girls on my squad. Those were my closest friends. But if you look at my pictures for Lobola or for Aurora Day, you think that I had a very big squad. So sometimes you don't need to put peer pressure on yourself, saying, where am I going to get people who are going to be on my squad? What? If you have 3 friends, let those 3 friends be on your squad. The rest, I'll show you my pictures. As you can see, the pictures of my Lobola in my squad. There were only few, but you think I had a lot. Why? What I did is, I told people in advance, few weeks before my day, that you know what, the theme color is going to be this. So make sure you sew a dress or any outfit with the color, you see. So everyone was dressed so nice, and you could think all those people were in my squad, but they were actually relatives, friends, churchmates. It was amazing. So don't worry so much about Lobola squad. You can actually take pictures with your relatives, with your friends, churchmates, whoever is going to be there. You know, as long as they are wearing something that has to do with your color, you can take your nice pictures. So as you saw on mine, it was so perfect. I only had 2 main friends who were on my squad. And also another thing, people ask, is the squad really necessary, or is it just peer pressure, or what? By the way, it's very necessary to have a squad. Why? Because squads these days, they can help. Because when they say, now we are calling, the grocery has to be brought in the house, your squad can quickly rush and take the groceries in. They can also pick the grocery and bring it where it was. Squads, if there are no caterers, most of the times they can also serve food. You see, they can also work and serving food to people. So they are very important, you see. Now, the 8th important thing you need for your day to be a success is a dress. You know, you are the brides. You need to look flashy, you need to look great. And most people think looking great is expensive. No, you can actually look classy with, with working on a budget. By the way, I'm going to show you my dress. This is the dress I saw online, a picture I saw, and I said, you know what, I love this dress. And tada, look at how my dress came out. Someone who looked at my dress, people were like, wow, your dress is classy, it's unique. People may think I did it maybe for over $100 US. But guess what? My dress costed me only $30 US. Can you imagine? So working on a budget is so good. You do everything, you look flash, you see flashy, doesn't mean it's expensive. What I did, I ran down and looked for tailors. I looked for the best tailors. I found a tailor. I showed, actually my tailor was a man. I showed him the picture. I said, I want this dress. He said, I'm going to sew you this dress for $30 US. I said, it's okay. Then he told me to buy the materials. The materials only costed me $15 US. So imagine that was 45 for the dress and the material, all of it. So sometimes working on a budget, it doesn't mean something good is always expensive. You can actually work on a budget. For my squad, I also allowed them, gave them freedom to sew what they want, their own design, bring what they want. You see, for my mother as well, I made sure that my mother was wearing something that also look alike with mine, you see the color. So dresses, you don't need to stress yourself. Just look for a good tailor, look for a good design, buy cheap materials, not cheap materials, look for cheap, one thing I have noticed, if you are rushing, you can buy something so expensive. I remember this other time I was looking for a suit. Guys, I bought a suit for $90 US. Then I went to another shop when I was just moving the other day. I saw that suit going for $20 US. If you could know the heartbreak I had, that the same suit I bought for $90 on another shop is going for $20. So just make sure you plan in time, have time to move around and take quotations. You see, and take quotations, you can actually get good things. Good tailors who are cheap. Materials. The material I bought for $15 US, all combined, I saw it in another shop over $25 US, you see. So when you are rushing, you can get things expensive. But if you do things in time, prepare in time, take quotations, you can get things very affordable. Yes, guys, so now we are down to the two last important things you need to have a successful Lobola day, the preparations you need. So the ninth thing you need, we are going to talk about hair and makeup. You need to look good on your day. You need to look so good. One thing about me, I'm not a makeup person that much, but on my day, I had to look, very classy, very glamorous. So on makeup, you need to be organized as well there. You can't go to start doing your hair the same day you're getting married. That people will wait saying, where is the bride? Where is Precious? Where is Miriam? They are looking for you and you are nowhere to be found because you're doing your hair. That's being unorganized, and there are people who hate people who are not punctual. So what you can do, for me, my hair, I did it a day before. And guess what? It came out so well. I'll attach a picture as well such that you see how my hair was. So I made sure when I was sleeping, I tied it very well such that you don't get disorganized. Then for makeup, actually there are many makeup artists. I looked for one who was so good. Then after that, I told her if she's willing to sleep at our place, such that she can do me makeup the next day. And she agreed, you see. So I went with her home soon after my hair. She slept at our house in the morning. She did my makeup and she went. And she was not even expensive. She charged me little because she told me if you have many people who also want to do makeup, I'll charge you little amount. And there were many people who needed to do makeup. My squad, some of my relatives who slept at my place, they also needed makeup. So she charged me I'm sure it was even $10, 10 or even less than that for my makeup. And look in the pictures how it came out. I was looking so great, but also working under a budget. So makeup and hair, just know that, just make sure you're organized there. Everything will be well. Then the last thing is music. Actually, music these days, you can hire a DJ if you have money. You can hire a DJ. But if you don't have money like how I did, you can actually use your friends. You just need a laptop, you just need speakers. And many people have those things. So you can actually get your friends who have speakers and they have a laptop. You prepare songs, they can play for you. For me, my brothers played at my day, that's the truth. They had a laptop, they had speakers, so they just connected and they played the music. So on music, there is a higher probability that you may not spend money on music, because it just needs speakers, you just need a microphone, and also the music. So you can actually have the music without any expense. Yes guys, so those were the 10 main things that you need to have a successful Lobola, Rora, or bride price day. You know, a lot of people ask me so many questions, so I combined to come up with 10 points. What you really need to do, what do you need actually for us to say, yo, your Lobola day was good. So those are some of the things that I had for you guys that you can do working on a budget and have a successful day. So what are my last words to you guys? The truth is, pressure and being overwhelmed, you can't run away from them, mostly when you are doing preparations for Lobola. To tell you the truth, if you want to limit the pressure, because it's going to be there, plan ahead. Don't do things last minute, because last minute will strain you. You know, you'll be stressed. You won't even enjoy your day because of the stress you went through. But trust me, at the end, the stress, the pressure, it's all worth it. Also, you need also to pray more. Trust me, you have to pray for your day, for God to intervene, because without God, it is very impossible. And also, don't overstretch yourself. I see a lot of people, they go through stress because maybe your friend had their day, it was flashy, this. My friend, do you and do it good. It will come out well. I told you a rough draft of mine. You see, you may think it was flashy, but I worked under budget and it came out so well. So you have to do you. Don't look at others, what they do, how much they spend on theirs. You can actually do a nice one with even less money than that. So guys, we have come to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed, you've learned, you found this video useful. If you found it interesting and useful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you like this video, guys. Comment on our video. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe to our channel, because we are coming with more and great videos. If you have a friend who you know is planning to get married, or if you're planning to get married, or you have a sister planning to get married, make sure you share with them this video, because I know the stress people go through when they're planning for their Lobola day or bride price day. Make sure you share with them the video. These 10 main things that they need to have a successful day. So guys, see you in our next lit video. Actually, if you want me to come up with another video where I'm going to talk about the aunts, the tetes, what they tell you, you know, a lot of things like on the actual day, what happens there, just make sure you also put in the comment if you see it's necessary for me to talk about it. But anyway guys, I love you. See you in our next lit video. Mwah.